Good evening to all of you, and thank you for joining us on 13 Plus. I'm Mary Coleman. Happy Friday. We finally made it to the weekend. Social Security has a multi-billion-dollar problem, as many of us know. The government has overpaid millions of people and is trying to claw back its money. Susan Campbell spoke with an Arizona woman who says she fears that she will be homeless soon because of it.
The fear is very real. Bonnie Nelson, like so many people, got a letter from Social Security alerting her to the overpayments. She couldn't write a check for $34,000, so Social Security began withholding payments. It was Bonnie Nelson's first holiday without her husband, Philip. She made the most of it, baking banana bread for her friends and neighbors. It was one glimmer of joy in a stressful season.
I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I'm scared to death.
Bonnie got a letter from the Social Security Administration telling her her husband had been overpaid by more than $34,000 from January 2021 through August 2022.
He was on disability at the time.
Got it. Okay.
Because of back and heart. And he says, we can't make it. I have to go to work.
Now Bonnie's on the hook to repay the whole balance.
Where's their checks and balances system? There isn't any. Stop it before it gets started.
The Social Security Administration said Bonnie could request a waiver because of financial hardship. She has, but since Philip's death, Social Security has withheld all of the money she would have received from his record, about $1,900 a month.
My brother paid my bills last month because I have no money. And I only get $779 a month. I have lot rent to pay, I have car payment, insurance, just like everybody else. But what am I supposed to do? Live on the streets?
A report by the SSA Inspector General says in 2022, SSA recovered $4.7 billion in overpayments, while people still owe $21.6 billion.
The great majority of overpayments and clawback issues occur for the SSI claimants who are both poor and disabled.
David Camp is the interim CEO of the National Organization of Social Security Claimants Representatives. He says there are several ways overpayments can happen.
They're caused typically by the difficulty in understanding forms, reporting information to Social Security. These are complicated programs. We badly need Social Security to have responsiveness that is modern.
Now, Arizona Congressman Ruben Gallego has introduced a bipartisan bill that would limit the SSA's overpayment look-back period to 10 years.
We should not be punishing individual U.S. citizens for a mishap or a mistake that the government made, and to go and to financially punish them, potentially ruin these families on very fixed incomes is not it's not what government should be doing.
Bonnie's hopeful something will change.
They say, we're here to help you. Well, you're not helping. You're destroying lives. Yeah, they overpaid, but work with me. Let me pay it back a little bit at a time.
A spokesperson for the Social Security Administration tells me they will have someone look into Bonnie's case. But so far, the agency hasn't answered a lot of my questions. We want to know how many people are actually granted waivers for financial hardship, and we want to know if payment plans are possible. I'm Susan Campbell.
And now we want to bring in meteorologist Corey Coates for a look at that weekend weather as you all get ready for hopefully some fun stuff out there.
Yeah, hey, Mary, it's been very cold, it's been very active, very wintry, very active. But things are changing. Listen, I'm a guy who likes the snow, I like the active winter weather, but I'm going to speak for most people and say that we're going to be looking forward to the forecast.
Yes,
I'm going to put my bias aside here. And it starts by taking a look at this map. So here is the lower 48, all of the National Weather Service alerts, and it's excluding some. We couldn't get some on the map. And you may not notice, okay, so Florida looks like they don't have anything, but they do have some designations. There's only one state right now in the lower 48 that doesn't have any National Weather Service alerts. That is Arizona, so that just tells you that we are not as active as what we were before. So here's what our latest radar looks like, and here's the reason why. We're not seeing much out there, just seeing a few clouds to the north, but in our neck of the woods in southeastern Arizona, we are mostly clear. And that storm that impacted us, believe it or not, yesterday is already centered over the Midwest, delivering some snow over there. But right now we are in a neutral pattern between a ridge and a low pressure. So here's a system that's going to try to dig into our region, not going to dig in close enough because we have a ridge that's creeping ever so slightly to the east that's going to be repelling any sort of storm systems. That ridge is going to continue to move over and center itself over Arizona by the time we get to late next week. So we have that ridging influence, and then it'll center over us by the time we get to Friday, and that's going to help repel any sort of storm systems. And you can see that here through the next 7 days with the Euro model. All of that rain is going to be all around the state of Arizona. So not only are we going to be dry here in southern Arizona, the whole state is going to be dry. Here are those high temps as well today. Another cool day in the 50s for many and some 40s for areas out east, but it's going to get a lot warmer. So that ridging not only is going to keep us dry, but warm us up considerably into the 60s tomorrow, settling into the low to mid 60s through about Tuesday. But we're not going to end there. We're going to get to the 70 mark by midweek and not stop there, because we're going to get close to the mid to maybe even upper 70s by the time Friday rolls around. So yeah, you saw that last 3 days. It's going to be a little warmer. I'd say seasonably cool for your Martin Luther King Jr. weekend through Monday, with highs in the low to mid to upper 60s, with lows warming up to around that 40-degree mark by Sunday and Monday morning. Pretty cool thing happening tomorrow and this weekend is the Tucson Jazz Festival, the TJF Jazz Jam. Tomorrow it'll be outdoors at the Congress Plaza stage. Tomorrow noon through 4:30, we're going to be looking at clear skies and temps in the 50s and 60s. So not too cold, but I'd bring another layer to keep you warm, especially if you're going to be out there for a while. Overall, this is what tomorrow looks like to kick off your weekend. Starting off pretty chilly in the low to mid 30s, getting to around the 50-60 degree mark by midday, and peaking in the low to mid 60s by the heat of the day. I'd say the warmth of the day, and then 40 degrees by the time you get to 9 o'clock. So it's going to be dry, but the 8 to 14 day outlook is showing creeping into that third layer of above average precip. So we'll see if that pattern can flip again after this period here with the 7-day forecast. But the next 7 days is certainly showing dry and much warmer conditions underway for the region.
All right, Corey, I am definitely looking forward
Yes.
to that 76.
I know most people are.
The 76
That
and
is
mostly sunny.
pretty
I will
nice.
take even a little bit
In
sunny
January,
with 76.
that's why people move here.
Yes. Thanks, Corey. Well, I hope you all are having a great evening and have an awesome weekend. And I also hope that you will join us for 13 News Live at 10, where we will have more news and weather. Have a great evening.